Well, I think I might be live. Not sure yet. Let's see here. Not seeing anything. And are you guys hearing me? Marco. I'm not. It's not showing on my tablet yet. 5x4. Okay. 5x5. All right. So we're and can you see me? Is the video there? Because I'm not showing it on my tablet, but the tablet may just be behind here. It's wanting to lag. All right. I'm going to go with you guys. And I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. I think it may just be my tablet. It wants to be, it's spinning for some reason. So I'm just going to close everything out and open it back up and see if that might help things out a bit. I do see, there we go. It was on my end. Entirely the fault of the gadget here on my side. And so I'm going to back up and say hello to you guys that checked in mighty early. Tegan checked in about 11 this morning. Ground fog. There's TKE saying hello, Thomas, about an hour and a half ago, I guess. Hopefully you're doing well, TKE. There's Marco. Ramsey's silent. And encouraging everyone to hit that like button. Thank you, Ramsey Silent. Marco, I think I already mentioned. Marco's link in the Discord for the pocket check. Thank you for doing that, Marco. And then I've said hello to some of you guys already. It's Kelly's Mishmash. And looks like, yep, good deal. Thick Boy Tactical, thank you for being here. I don't recall seeing you before. There's Dana saying, do you need help with gadgets? Absolutely. That's one of the names, what it is. Sometimes I need help with gadgets. Sometimes I can offer help with gadgets. All right, you guys, how's the sound? Does it sound better than last week? I did play with some settings. So, I did play with some settings. Hopefully that's sounding a little bit better. There's Mind of Milton. Hey, Mind of Milton. Dana, I hope you're doing well. I think it's been a minute since we've actually chatted. I've seen you a couple of times on some lives, but good to see you. Moped EDC. Hey, Trish, hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Okay, sounding good. Awesome. Thank you. All right, so now I think we're over here where I can actually highlight some names and show some stuff on the screen here. So that's a good thing. And let's transition that. Okay. And there's Mind of Milton. There's Roger Baker. Thank you for being here, Roger Baker. Do appreciate it, sir. I was having problems with OBS again right before I started and hit reset on some stuff that I didn't need to reset, I don't think. But hey, it is what it is. Still learning. But it looks like the internet connection's going okay. No drop frames. That's good. So awesome. Appreciate y'all being here. Thick Boy Tactical says, I'm a new content creator, sub to you from another live. Y'all go check out Thick Boy Tactical. If somebody can find his channel and do a link, I'm sure one of the guys can do that. Sharon, you're not able to get in on your other one. Is that just for mine, or is it for some other lives? Well, let's see if we can figure that out. Let me try something there. Sharon, I'll be right back with y'all, but I need to get this figured out because I'm not aware of anybody being blocked. Let's see, moderation activity. Okay. And I'm not sure exactly how to fix that, Sharon, but I'm going to make a note here to look at that and figure that out. TC Blades, thank you for being here. We are not adding color to the Almamba tonight. We do have we've got some blessed parts over here in this green stuff. And there is Mind of Milton. He found Thick Boy Tactical's channel. There's SC Knife Monkey. Hey, TC Blades. Good to see you, man. Marco got Thick Boy Tactical as well. Y'all go sub to him if you would. And I'm going to, in fact, let me take a look and do that myself while and I'm already subscribed, so there you go. I had apparently already done that at some other time, so good deal. Thank you for being here, man. And Marco's linking TC Blades as well. Joe Kasperick, thank you for being here. Mick Ranger, thank you for being here. Marco's linking SC Knife Monkey. All right, good deal, guys. All right, yeah, so what the plan for today is, I actually have some Vulcan parts in the solution over here, just degreasing. I have a Blessed Knife Ripley that's in there, and we're gonna see if we can't anodize it to a bright green. I've got to look back and find out which voltage Carco was wanting. And I've also have the clip to my Bulldog. I don't know why I did it as blue. I had noticed that the liners on here are kind of a bronze color, and had planned to do it bronze, but for some reason when I did it the other night, I did it as blue. So we're going to actually unanodize the blue and see if we can't get a bronze color. So that'd be the plan for tonight. A lot of you guys saying hello to each other and subbing, and that's awesome, because that's how we get more subs, or that's one way that we get more subs, and really appreciate y'all doing that. All right, let me slide back over here. I need to Need to grab that. Need to grab the web page that has the voltages, so I can decide. Number one, decide which color I want to do the Vulcan. It's still got blue down in the groove, so I have to do something a lower voltage than blue. But I also want to figure out what the bronze voltage is, and I'm going to find that. Hopefully.
What's up, Marco? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Nope, that's not where I have it saved.
You are first tonight. Let me raise this up.
I do have it saved somewhere, guys. I know I do.
Waylon, what's up, man?
Maybe it's here. There it is.
Alex.
Okay. I have a
what's up, guys?
A web page that I saved that's got the voltages, and I think Carco said 95.
Mike,
I'm going to have to
Dana, Sean F, Jimmy
I'm have to go look at that too and make sure that I'm getting the correct voltage for his.
Sorry,
but that'll be a few minutes, so don't fear about that.
James, what's up, man? Carry on. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Carry on.
And it should be fun.
Fog, what's up, man? Brad.
Let me look at his right quick and make sure.
Do this on here where I can read. All right, Drift Ninja, what's up? Ramses, Doyle, NFK20, Adventure Man, Tom. Now I can see. Man, I gotta get glasses so bad. I keep saying that, but I never do.
I think he said 95.
They broke again. He cannot keep glasses. I mean, one pair after the other. He just keeps breaking.
Need to check on that.
Brown Sugar,
going
what's
back
up?
and
Chris,
scrolling back in the
what's
chat.
Up, man?
Apparently I chat with Carco more than I thought here.
Lisa, I meant to email you a while ago. Lisa, I'll say something here in a minute. Angry Tom's
And the bad part is he may have actually sent that in the group chat, which is no telling what that is.
All right, carry on. That's what it is. Crow, I have
somebody ping Carco and get him in here.
I'm so sorry.
So we can make sure we get the right
what's up, man? How you doing?
The right voltage.
Roger, go Big
All right,
Blue.
let's
Hope
see.
Your wife is doing well, buddy. Tom,
so you guys go check
watching.
out the
Awesome.
there is a
Welcome,
Discord
man.
that is actually TKA's Discord,
better.
but he's got a
Just
channel in there
It's already
that
a better
says
life. Thank you.
help with gadgets. In fact,
Thank you,
Marco
Ramses.
already
Thank
linked
you.
it, if I'm not mistaken. And if one of you guys could drop that again, there is a link to drop your carry, and we'll go and take a look at that here in just a few minutes.
All right, I know nobody.
But hopefully I have everything here, all my containers that I need, and we'll do some anodizing here in a
for
few
this one
minutes.
tonight because this is a big one.
I'm not sure
What's the
why I
count at
decided to
now?
lay the
You know what?
Sharpie down with all the knives there.
I
So
am not sure.
I think it's from
I'm
when
like 11 off.
wrote a note over here and
The last
decided
time I
to lay
looked, it was
to lay it down there.
39.88.
But I did get
I'd say I've probably gained
I did
more
get a
since
few
then.
a couple, 3, no, just a couple knives this week. I believe I opened this one on the live last week, and I've had this one for several weeks now. But I found out that there was a black-handled, stone-washed version of the $10 Ozark Trail, and decided to grab one of those. Looks pretty much very similar. I had an older version that was only right-hand carry, and of course the newer ones have a slot there for reversing that pocket clip. I don't think the action's quite as tight on this one, on the new one. I'm feeling a little bit of blade play there. The lock's not sliding all the way into place. And detent feels a little light, so I'm probably going to disassemble this one and tighten those Omega springs just a little bit.
You gotta love that, man.
All right,
spending vacation hanging out with me on the
don't
live.
think the chat's working now, so that's awesome.
Homer, what's up, man?
Let's see what's going on. Is there a lot of black background noise?
Milinkovic.
You hear?
Can't say diapers
hear,
to change. Just wanted to say,
okay.
Man, that is awesome, man. Thank you.
All right, did that cut that out? Hopefully so. Sorry about that, guys. Chat Ninja quit working, so I've got to figure that out. But also apparently when I opened that other screen up, I was watching Unprofessional Dad earlier tonight, and apparently it started streaming his channel. So great. I've got to back up here because I got out of sync with you guys. Chat Ninja decided to Chat Ninja decided that it stopped here and it wasn't going to work correctly, so we're going to see if we can't get that working. Docs, Chat Ninja, restart that dock and see if it comes back. But let me go over here and take a look at to where I left off here. Okay. SC Knife Monkey's trying to get his new laser engraver set up. And Thick Boy Tactical says, can you do green and bronze mix? That I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you could. It would take some doings. You'd have to either use some stencils or something like that to do one and then the other, depending on. You'd probably have to do the green first, or let's see, do the green first with some stencils or something, and then do the bronze to after you peel the stencils off. So, hey Dragoon, sorry about that, man. That was totally my fault. I stopped. I brought up another browser, and I had been watching Unprofessional Dad before I shut everything down to bring it in here, and that's why he was streaming. But interesting that it decided it was going across there. Hopefully, there's no noise now, although I'm not getting. Still not getting the chat, so I'm going to close that screen out and see if that helps matters here. I kind of would like to have the chat showing up so I could see it and not have to look at the tablet. There we go. It's dual streaming, that's right, I guess. So you probably couldn't hear anything I was saying when I was not being professional. I got the Arnaud Bernard back. I actually used to have this knife, and it's been to a few more folks and actually got that one back. I found out that there was a version of the Ozark Trail and ended up being able to pick one of these up. I have the older version of the Ozark Trail. Of course, this one's doesn't have the ability to reverse the pocket clip. Not a big deal for me at all, but I noticed that's been changed here on this one. The lockup's not quite as strong as the orange one. I think I'm going to need to take this apart and actually tighten up those Omega springs, and I think that'll fix it right up. So that'd be the plan. In fact, one of them, I think tightening them up is gonna be a big help there. I believe I opened this one on last week's live stream, and then I've had this one for a couple of weeks now. But glad to have this one back in pocket. And I think Mind of Milton asked if I was going to put some color to this. Not today. Not today. I thought about it, but I don't think so. Not just yet. Cliff Brott, thank you for being here. Brian, I think Brian White may be here as well. However, I may have missed him. Projectiles are sharp. Was talking about the background noise. That was probably a little bit confusing there. Carco Klaus says missing it. Carco, what voltage do you want this? What voltage do you want this Ripley at? Let me know. Oh, Patty says just in time, Carco. Nope, haven't done it yet, Carco. Yeah, we can blame YouTube, but it was actually me. It was my fault when I brought up the other browser and I have the volume turned down, I guess. It fed everything through YouTube instead of alerting me to the fact that it was showing. That may be a setting of I don't know. I don't know why it did that. Joe Kasprick, I believe I said hello to you. If I didn't, hello. Mr. Eddie says, oh yeah, this happens today. Good to see you in here, Mr. Eddie. Hope you're having a good day. Robin Dallin, thank you for being here. Mr. Eddie says, come over, Milton. Let's hang out and ditch this live. Thanks, Eduardo. There's Daniel Smith. Thank you for being here. Kelly, get you a Navage. That's it's helped me out a lot, but that's just me. In my opinion, I cannot offer any medical advice. I did say hello. Okay, Joe. Well, I got you there twice, sir. Thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. All right. I'm glad to have you here, Daniel. Carco, are you still around? Kelly says I'd be afraid of. Yeah, absolutely. It can be quite interesting, but I was taking Zyrtec daily as well as Flonase, and I am no longer taking either one of those, and only having to do the Navage maybe once a week. And if I start feeling a little congestion, I'll do it a little bit more, but big time difference. In my opinion, the less medications you can take, then the better. So that's just my opinion again. But absolutely, hope you get to feeling better. Mo Petty says, Mech, he is doing just fine. Thank you, Mo Petty. I appreciate that, Trish. You tell him. Carco did not say 67.5 volts. Pretty sure he said 95 volts. But I wish he'd come back and let me know for sure. And I can't bring that page up again because apparently when I bring that other browser up, it messes with the chat. He said, check what chat, mister? Um, okay. I can't scroll back that far, Mr. Eddie. Not and try to do this. All right. So I apparently cannot open that other web browser and it because it messes up chat, and also sometimes it sends out whatever video I've been watching, which I'm not worried about. Except apparently it's kind of hard to listen to two at one time. Let's see here. Anodizing voltages. So if 67.5 is going to be that's going to be a pink color, mister, isn't it? All right, I'm going to have to bring up this other for just a second. Which probably messed up my chat. So let me go over there. Pretty sure he said 95. 67.5 is purple. Straight says that's what he wants. I don't judge. All right, I'm gonna have to look at that a little bit more then, or look for that a little bit more. Tell Carco to get himself back in here. Anyhow, all right. Yeah, Mo Patty, I'm not seeing it either, and I'm not seeing it on our other chat. So, Mr. Eddie's trying to get me in trouble, but I'm shocked that he would do that, for sure. All right, so again, you guys go over to the Discord, drop whatever you're carrying. We'll get that in a little bit, but let's go ahead and get these off the table, and I can go ahead and anodize that clip for the Bulldog. We can do that. We've been told we were wrong before, earlier today, probably, Mr. Eddie. Probably multiple times. All right, so I'm going to do this here. That's going to be our, apparently I almost said I had too many knives on me, but I don't think that could be the case. Pretty sure it can't. But we're using our distilled water, and we're going to put that in the container here. This will be where we do our anodizing. And I got my rinse water is here. And then I'm going to have my wink in this one here. And let's see if I can move that over and move this in frame a little bit. And then I'm going to take and put the wink into here. He does tell you that a lot, that you're wrong, doesn't he? That your opinion's wrong. I know. Yeah, somehow it did get renamed to Help with Gadgets Mac Help with Gadgets and Mac pocket check. I have a feeling I know where that came from. Dog One, thank you for being here. We're gonna put a little more wink in here. And I've got them in here, so now I'm going to put on some gloves here. Let me get my titanium plate in the anodizing container, anodizing pan here. And hopefully, I'm still plugged in. Yeah, okay. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Oh, me. All right. Let me find my clip here, since we're going to do that first. All right, so you can see now it's kind of a blue color, and we don't want it that, so we're going to dip it here in the wink till it starts bubbling. Hopefully you guys can see that, and you can see it's no longer that blue color. Now I'm going to rinse it here in there, and so you can see there it's back to the titanium color. So now I'm going to sit it here in my actually, let's leave it there for a minute. I need to dissolve some baking soda in here. Let's do that and get that mixed up. I overdid it time before, and it didn't go so well. So let's mix this up. Okay. All right, now we're going to take and set that on the bottom there. And I want to do a bronze color, so I'm going to start it off at 50 volts. And my camera went off? It did not. Where's Ryan Crow when you need him? I know. Wow, your camera went off. No, it didn't. All right, let's turn this on and get it down to about 50 volts and see what happens there. See if that's the color I'm wanting. Okay, we've got the amperages up. Let's go ahead and see what this gives me. Just going to touch that, and you can see it changing colors there. That's not quite what we're looking for. Let's turn it up to 52.5. Okay. $12 to 15 volts. That's brown, mister. Should I do brown? And that's getting there, but it's not quite there. Let's get a 55 volts. I think it's going to be more like 57.5, but the cool thing about this, even if I don't get what I'm looking for, if Mr. Eddie happens to be right, I can always go back and you might be right, Mr. Eddie. This may be just my screen, the way it looks on my screen. Let's see how this looks. This looks more yellowy. Let's see how it looks when it's dried off. Let's put that in water for a second. Let's grab this and dry that off. Gold territory, yes, I see that, mister. All right, let's go ahead and, as I mentioned, we can go ahead and dip that back in there. We can dip it in the you see it changing back. All right, so let's change it. Oops. Let's go 12 volts. Getting it dialed in. If I were cool, I would have a camera pointed at the voltage here. Okay, that's somewhat bronzy. Let's turn it up to about a little bit more. Let's go a little bit more. I'm not going to go quite to 15 volts yet. That's looking somewhat more better here. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Hang up our and take a look, see what we got here. See if that's where we want, or we want it a little bit more. And keep in mind, a lot of times it's going to look entirely different once it dries. So we want to give it a minute to kind of some of that water to evaporate off, and we'll see what it looks like. See, Mopedi, I was right. Oh boy, here we go. Let's try a little bit more. Let's go up to 15 volts. If we go over the 15 volts, then we start getting some purple in there. 13.5. I did 13.5. Yeah, I think this one looks pretty good. Okay. Rinse that off. $14. Where did my roll of paper towel go? Apologies, gentle folks. I'll be right back. All right. Okay, so can I handle a 15V shock? I don't know. This one's not quite. I'm not completely satisfied with this, so we're going to clean this off again. I think it's got the color I want. There's some spots there that I don't like. So we're going to do this. We're going to rinse that off. We're going to put it in the wink for a moment and let it clear that off. We're going to rinse that. And we're going to try it again. But I'm like that color. Ha! You're funny, mister. All right. Okay. He was wrong about why I had to leave. Yes, he was. I had to go get some paper towel. All right, I like that. It's doesn't look like I think the blue messes with the color, but I like the color there, so that's going to work for that. All right, next up, I have a I have to do the bless, but Carco left and came back, or left and hasn't come back. Hey, Jake from Ohio State. I think Milton actually owns that knife now. It is a pretty cool knife. All right, so I don't want to anodize or take any of the anodization off of the Vulcan knife, but let me see if I can show you. I don't want to touch it either, just in case there may be something on here. But I have polished the Vulcan, but those are blue, so I can take something. I can do something. I could actually do that one bronze. I don't know if I want to do it or not. I may just. I don't know what I want to do with this one. Oh, that's right. But I don't know what I want to do to this one. Do I want to just take this anodization out and do a different color? Because I can always do it back if I need to. But it's got blue in there. But what I can do is I can anodize it a different color and see what happens. Bronze. So you want me to try bronze at 12.5 volts? I can try that. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Let's take that out and take a look at it. We may want to go darker, but we may leave it just like it is too. So I think there was a question earlier how you could do different colors. If there are milling in the knife, then you can do it like this. What I actually did was anodized it blue, and then I polished this part. It actually looks pretty good. I polished the outer part without messing with the blue, and now I've gone back and anodized kind of a bronzish color. What do y'all think about that? I think that looks pretty cool. We're gonna try it like that. But the cool thing about it is I can if I don't like it, if I decide that this is not the thing for me, then I can always go back and do it again. And what I'm doing now is letting the amperage drop, moving around, making sure I'm getting I want to get it as close to the other one as possible. All right. Let's turn that off. So dry this off. Apparently I don't want to get shocked here. That wouldn't be cool. Although Mr. Eddie would probably laugh. Well, not necessarily a repeating tone. That was I wanted the bronze for the other one, but this one's a little bit different. And this one, but now we got to get the is there a repeating tone? What are you guys talking about? Is there a sound that you're hearing? Are you guys hearing alerts? Maybe not, maybe. I can't hear those, so I have turned down the volume. Oh, it's probably those guys sending chat notifications, and they've probably figured out that it was coming across and decided to do that. It should not be happening now. You guys let me know if it continues to happen. But thank y'all for letting me know. I can't hear that, so that I'm at a disadvantage. All right. Okay, so now here's the resulting, and I think it looks pretty good. Now keep in mind the colors are going to be a little bit different than that because of what it's showing up on the camera, especially because of the blue gloves. All right, let's see. I've got to see if I can find what Carco said because I don't want to mess up, even though it's fixable. Let's see if I can locate the voltage. There was actually a discussion amongst ourselves about this. And man, I've got a lot of chats from you guys today. No, something's missing here. No, it's not. I was overlooking it. Okay. All right, let's go back up and see if I can find this. Because I think I actually dropped the... did I do it here? Did I drop the link to the colors or no? All right, let's see. Okay, he said about 94 or 95 volts. Okay. All right, let's do 94 volts and see how it looks. These guys were trying to mess with me. I just needed to I'm still dinging? Okay, I can fix that. I'll just close that that box. Yeah, he's wanting a kind of a greenish color. He said 94, 95. So I was hoping it's not. Wait a minute. Still dinging. All right, y'all let me know if I'm still getting messages because that should be turned off now. And if it's coming across, I have no clue where it's coming from. Yeah, no, it's not on my phone. It's actually on it would have been on the computer. Everything's being fed through the computer. So I purposefully make sure that Do Not Disturb is off on the phone and the tablet because Mr. Eddie, like, if he hears that it's making noise on the live, he will just continue to make it make noise. All right, so I've had this in the solution over here, just making sure that it's degreasing. So I'm going to pick this up and try to get it there in the water to rinse it off, and then we're going to put it in here to the in the wink and let it do its thing. Uh-oh, can't find it. I don't like that. Okay. Rinse that off. And then we're going to lay this in the... Okay. And what I've done is polish this. Let me actually get one out so I can show you guys what I've done. What I've done is polish the Ripley. I started out with 400 grip, long ways, and then did 600, and then 800, and then 1,000, and then 1,200, and then I think 2,000 and 2,500 and 3,000. So there's been a lot of sanding that has gone on, mostly a good bit last night, and I wet sanded. I actually watched another video to learn a little bit. So anyhow, so let's go ahead, and he said 94, right? Let's start out with 94, and we're going to see how that looks. I'm going to turn the voltage up and get it right on 94. All right, here goes nothing. There was a notification ding again. Arr, arr. I wonder what's causing that. Okay. Anyhow, okay, let's go ahead and do this one. Okay, this is interesting. Let's turn this off for a second. Adding the water a little bit more. Check my connections. Okay. Let's turn it back on and try it again. .94 volts is not supposed to catch fire. No, it's not. This is, okay, it is changing colors some, but it is not changing colors in the way that I thought it would. All right. Let's turn that off. Let me add a little bit more water. I don't know that it's going to change anything, but to give it more surface area to contact the electrode there. Ruined. Nope, it's not ruined, mister. It shouldn't be low-grade titanium, and you saw me do a higher voltage a while ago with the clip before I redid it. So it's changed to a bronze color, but that's about it. It is a big slab of titanium, and the amperage is turned all the way up, but it's definitely not getting the oomph that it's needing. It's saying about 30 amps is what it's going at right now. That may not be I actually have the wire doubled there. Let's see what we can do here. It's changed colors, but it's not doing what I want it to do. What it's supposed to do. And in fact, it's done a fade. It's almost a purple on that end. but and then it's regular titanium as it goes through the bronze section. But that's all valid points. It is a huge slab of it is a huge slab of titanium. It's thick. I don't. Let's see something here. I could theoretically cut a section of this grid here to utilize for touching the part, but I don't know. Let's see. Let me try that. Y'all bear with me just a second. Yeah, that's not going to work. Broke my pliers just now. That's interesting. Well. That may not work then. All right, let's go and let's go and look at some of the suggestions that we've got here. Apparently still getting notification dings. Nice. The scale is actually to a Blessed Knives Ripley. And so I don't know the answer to that question, Blue. I wouldn't think so. And Robin, we talked about it just a minute. It is only 30 watts, I believe, and it'll go above 100 volts. But yeah, Mr. Dog One says, Mr. 80 says game over. Illuminati says needed a larger gauge wire. Robin says, I noticed with mine when I tried to get a big slab to change, it just couldn't do it, but my supply's lower end. Yeah, mine's not the best either, apparently. Dog One says the fade looks all right. Mr. 80 says, I don't know what he's saying right there. Blue Nice says, still impurities on the TI. I don't think so, Blue. I actually washed it with Dawn and then put it into the simple green to remove any grease. And Mr. 80 says use your finger instead of the wire. I want to see a demonstration from you on how to do that first. Blue says blocking the current for anodization. Robin Dallum says Mr. 80's full of good ideas. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't know about this. Do you have enough soda? I'm going to try adding a little bit of soda. I had too much a previous time and it didn't work correctly, but I ended up putting some fresh water in and didn't have any issue. We may try that actually here. Just dump the whole thing. Let me add a little bit of. Little bit of soda, and because from what I understand, I need it. I don't want too much. I want it to be dissolved. So let's try adding a little bit more. And then I'll mix that up here. Okay, let's see if that does anything. theoretically, we did not get to the anywhere close to the voltage that we needed, so we shouldn't have to re-wink it. We're getting some sparkles there. But we are not getting the color change that we wanted at all. Let's do a simple. Let's turn it down to a lower voltage that might look. We can try something here. Let's try changing it to 22 volts and see what happens. It may just be more than the power supply can handle. So we're going to do 22 volts and see what happens. Nope. All right, let's empty out the. I'm going to empty out the bin here. It did a little more, but it's still not getting anywhere close to where it needs to be. So bear with me just a second here. I'm going to empty this out, and we're going to try this again. We'll do the complete process here. Oh, this is going down to like 12 volts. Okay, let me empty this out. We'll start low and see what happens. I'm going to put a little soda in there to start with, baking soda. And pour that in. Do a little bit more. Okay. There are some factors that may change that dog one, but there's actually charts out there that'll show you what the approximate color should be, and that's what we were trying for. But we're going to actually do the 12 volt and see what happens here. Let me grab this here. I'm going to actually etch it again. Okay, there's it going off. And we'll rinse that off. And we'll put it in there. Okay, let's try this. Turn this on and go to 12 volts. Okay, so there's 12 volts. It should like immediately have changed. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let me bump it up to 15, 20 20 volts. That should be a kind of a purplish color. I don't, well, I probably do blue. Interesting. All right, I'm going to try something. I'm going to put this other. It shouldn't be anything different. Okay. Shouldn't be anything different there. It's just not changing. Interesting. Okay, amperage is all the way up. Voltage is where it's supposed to be. Try it one more time. And if this doesn't work, I don't know what to try. It's just not doing anything. So either I have messed up the power supply and good, or something else. Luminices may need to pull up resistor. Dog one says, me and my dog are transfixed. But Stumbo says connection's good. Cleanse water. Yep, I've got the water is clean. About the only thing, I mean, I could swap everything else out, but I'm about to run out of distilled water, and I don't want to use regular water. I do have a voltmeter. I could do that. Blue. And I think Blue, you're an electronics guy, aren't you? I do have one, but it's in the other room. The thing is, we got the voltages that we needed earlier, even on the clip. Even though I got I actually did the 57 volts. Oh, turned it gold, so I got it up to 50 volts. I did a MBK Wolverine here the other day and did it 85 volts, and I'll be right back. So I did the Wolverine here just a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, with 85 volts, and it worked just fine. So I can try and look at the voltage, but all I have is this Harbor Freight Special. I'm going to take the wires out there directly to it and see what I'm getting here for. Okay, it should be 21.25 volts. 21 volts, and let's turn it up to that's 90 volts there. Let's see what it says here. 90 volts. So it may be just the amperage. This is 100 volts. It's saying 99.7. So it's apparently what it says it is for the volts. Now, why this is not anodizing, I don't know. Particularly since we didn't really do a whole lot except for the we did the Vulcan there. Interesting. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Blue. Power's good. Watch. It's why, but what is different about that? Because I tried both pieces. I'm gonna have to ponder on this something. Oh, it was bubbling at 100 or at 90 volts. All right, anybody? Is there actually anybody left in here? We got a few people still here. Let's put this to the side. I don't know what's going on with it. I believe it was actually I actually sanded it down. Started at 400 grit and sanded it long ways, 400 grit sideways at 600, long ways at 800, all the way up to 3,000 grit to polish it before I began. And then cleaned it with, in fact, I cleaned both of them with Dawn and hot water, and then put it in the simple green. So that's weird. Okay, but that's if it's not working correctly, even though it's very interesting, I don't think that's what you guys want to see. So I'm going to set all that to the side there, and I want to go check you guys' pocket checks out, and then I want to put this, maybe put this Vulcan together here. And I don't know, it may be something about the size of that piece. It's a possibility. All right, let's go check. Put this here and put the pieces over here at least. There's the for that. All right. Let's go. Well, close the wrong thing there. Okay, let's go over here to the pocket check, see what you guys have in your pockets today. Let's bring this up, and let me get to the proper spot. And okay, we got a few to check on. All right, let's see if I can. Dunk. Yeah, where's that at? Okay, right there. Nope. Yeah, we got it. Transition over there, and it should be showing up good deal. That's looks like part of a who is that? Looks like a utility knife without the blade in it, I think. And I can't see what that is. Let's see if I can figure out who dropped that. I don't know who that is. Okay. And now I don't know how to go back. There we go. All right. So Mind of Milton has a very cool looking knife there. Milton's still in here. Try touching one of the screw holes or pivot holes down in the middle to see if it changed. Okay. I'll have to try that a little bit later. Blue. Civivi. Is that dog one? Was that yours on that? Yeah, in the Discord. I can't see names. But yeah, that looks like possibly a Civivi. And then there's Milton's. Then Robin Dallum has something obscene. Highly customized, looks like. Very cool. And another something obscene that's probably pretty customized as well. You can tell by the lightning strike cut out there, as well as the fist there. I've played with a few something obscene knives. And then a Oz Machine pry bar. Cool. Robin, how is that? How is the pry bar? I managed to lose my Vero when I now have a Lynch Northwest, and then I also have a O-knife one that works pretty good. But Robin says I anode the smaller one. Okay, let me switch back to that smaller one. Okay, very cool. Battle worn. Yeah, mine. I had one that was the one that I did for Fred. Kind of had what I would call a battle worn look. I didn't. I wish I could have done a little bit better job on that. And then there is Mech with who knows what Mech's got in hand. Whatever Mech's got in hand is very cool, because there are grind lines on the blade, and that is neat. We didn't need to see his sock feet, but that's pretty cool. I don't know what he's got there, but that's pretty stinking cool. And that's my problem, Robin. I've actually managed to lose. I managed to lose a Vero that I had carried for almost 5 years. Got another one. Actually, Joseph lasered my logo on it, and I managed to lose it within like a month. And I can't figure out where it got to. and it aggravates me because I don't like losing stuff. So I didn't. I went with the cheap O knife O pry bar too, and y'all can't see it. I'm here trying to show you something, and it's not there. But yeah, Mr. 80, what is that? He's not listening. He went to do other stuff, I guess. All right, let's switch back over. Let's try to switch back over. And we can switch back if we need to. I got the O-Pry too, and came with a few bits, and I got some extra bits. Don't be smarty, Mr. Eddie. I got with a few extra bits, so I could also have a T10 on the in the bits. Mr. Eddie, what knife is that? Blue Minati, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. You have a wonderful evening as well. What's the knife you dropped on the what's the knife you dropped on the pocket check? What's that one, mister? Oh, the one with scales and a blade. Okay. That's probably all we're going to get out of him for the evening. Hello, Fred the Lug. Fred, what knife is this? Okay, Mr. Eddie says this is a JK Outpost. That's very cool. I like those. I like the milling. Robin said the same thing I did. All right. Mr. Eddie says, JK Outpost, it's not mine yet. Fred the Lug says JK is mostly a balisong maker. This is his first folding model. I like that grind though. That is awesome. And hey, Fred the Lug. All right, let's switch back to, let's see if I can switch back to the other screen. And let's see if we can put this, well, first we'll go ahead and put the clip on the Bulldog. I wanted to match that with the liner there. And I think this will do fine enough. I carry this one a good bit, so I'm sure it'll probably get, well, if you saw the clip before I started, and you can probably see it through the new anodization, I do get some scratches on it. Okay. Let's loosen that up and tighten it back. Uh-oh. What we got going on here? I may have to grab some more screws. I do have another set. There we go. That is a sick grind. I do like grind lines on a blade. I have two knives that have grind lines. One of them is the American Blade Works Model 1, and then I have a I have a North Arm Sky High that has the has grind lines, and I think that's really cool. So, all right, so got this one on here. I think that looks pretty good. We've got bronze here on the liner, and then we've got a bronze here on the clip. So I think that looks pretty good. All right, let's see if we can get this. See if we can get the Vulcan back together and see what we think about that. It has the gold dark matter backspacer in it. Let's see. Let's get some alcohol out here to soak those bearings in. Might as well drop the pivot in there. And let's see. Let's see. Pivot screw. There we go. All right. Let's see about getting this back together. See what we can start on. First thing that I want to do is get this backspacer put into place. Get those barrels in place, and then get a couple of screws started. Let me check. That's going to be a clip screw, and I believe, let's see, that's flat. Got those two. Got extra screws. Just kidding. I do have. Okay, these are going to be the clip screws there. Let's go ahead and drop these in. I think these are T8s if I'm not mistaken. And I should have put that in the bit driver before I started. But I think I can manage. Vic says I'm going to do some. No, Robin, all the Sky Highs do not. The newer ones don't have ground lines in them. The older ones apparently do, and I really like that. I considered getting a newer one, but with the ones with the, I think the ones with the grind lines just look really cool. And this is a very snappy flipper, by the way. All right, let's get that put in, and then we can drop a. Let's get some alcohol wipes out here. Clean it off. Might as well go ahead and do the maintenance on it while we've got it apart. And this is going to go here. There's a standoff in the front. Get that in place. Okay. Let's get that washer back on. And let's go ahead and get, let's go ahead and find my tweezers here and get these things out and get them drying. And then I'll be ready to put it together. Still not sure if I like the gold bronzy scales, but we will find out. I really like Vulcan's knives. He dropped one today that was really cool looking. And I have something headed back to me from him that hopefully I'll have on the live next week. Go put that in. There we go. All right. There. Okay. Let me get a bearing. And let me get a little bit of gunny glide there. Wipe that blade down. I'm actually going to get a whoops, bump the mic. Sorry guys, that probably was loud. Gonna get this and clean out in here. All right. That into place. Get the other bearing in. Get the gunny glide and put that on. Okay, and then I'll need to get that into place. Let me go ahead and put this other washer in place, because once I get that plunge lock in, I'm going to have to hold that and slide that on. Okay. All right. So while I'm holding that, I'm going to go ahead and drop one of these in here just to hold everything together at the front. And then I'll drop these two in the back. And then let me put a little bit of Loctite on this. And we'll get that pivot tightened down. right. Not completely there because it popped back out. We're going to tighten that some more. There we go. All right, let's get that clip on. Not tightening that one down until we get everything else lined up. For the simple reason, sometimes it's tough to line those up, especially if you've tightened it down. We'll do this other one up here maybe. Okay, that one went in fine. Didn't tighten that one completely either. And that one's still not wanting to loosen both of these up a little bit more. Let's see if we can get that last one in. There we go. And we can tighten those clip screws. There we have it. What do you guys think? Too much? Or does that look okay? It's different for sure. Bless knives. How are you, man? We were trying to, anodize Carco's Ripley, and I think the slabs of titanium are so large my little power supply will not do it. Tegan, hey man, how are you? We had an adventure early trying to do that, Donnie. And we are back to square one. But I did polish them up beforehand. They're just not wanting to. It's, I think it's about, well, let's check. I'm going to actually pull it over here where I can look at it. But I got to get the TRM stuff off the top of it first. Yeah, it's a 3. It looks like it's 3 amps. It's probably not enough. It says output is 0 to 120 volts at 3 amps. So not enough not enough oomph to it, I don't believe, for that large of a yes, Donnie, I did. I have a wink, and I etched it a little bit. I didn't. Once it starts bubbling, I pulled it off of out of the wink. See, we've got the expert now. He's gonna tell me and give me some suggestions here. We are taking. We anodized the Vulcan. It was already blue, and I polished it, and then we did a bronze color on that. Is my cathode larger than the scale? That's that's what I'm using there, Donnie. Titanium grid. As the cathode, and then my part that I touched the part with, I guess that's the anode, would be it's doubled over. And also I did the anodize the clip on the shadow. So we've anodized a few items tonight. That that color does pop with the blue there, but I don't know how durable that will be. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, and I went ahead and changed out the water in the anodizing bin or container, just in case something was wonky there. But I'm about out of the distilled water, so I'm gonna have to get some more. Don't know, man. It was I have a feeling it's probably just an underpowered power supply, maybe. But anyhow, it was a fun preparation project because I sanded these down, and that's the first sanding I had done on a well, no, it's not, because I actually sanded these down just to try everything before I did his Ripley. This yeah, I use distilled water. Somebody early on said distilled water, so we have a well though, Donnie, so there's probably all kinds of minerals and everything in our well water that might contaminate the solution there. So mine's, I should have something. Okay, so what did happen is that it actually did a fade from like a purple to a bronze and then bare. So it was trying, but it just wasn't getting it. Yeah, oil water probably isn't the best there for this. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. I haven't tried. I don't know if I ever tried doing the well water, but I think early on, from what I read, the recommendation was to use distilled water. So that's what I've been trying to utilize there. But and I cleaned it with Dawn, and then I put it in simple green and degreased it. Used my rinse bucket. This was the rinse bucket, so pulled it out, and that's distilled water as well. Dipped it in the wink until it started bubbling. In fact, bubbled pretty good because I lost it there for a second. Pulled it out, rinsed it off, put it into the solution where I did the anodizing. Tried that, and it did not want to change colors. It was doing a lot of bubbling. May not have enough contact with the scale. I wind a 16 wire through the frame holes. Only thing I can, yeah, that may be that could be it too. Even though I did do it doubled over, may need to just try a new wire too. I may have anodized that one so many times it didn't want to work. 16 gauge. This is not 16 gauge. This is 22 gauge. But theoretically, and it is titanium wire, theoretically, if I double it, that should be similar. Maybe, I don't know. And I would cut me a new piece, but I got to go find another pair. Got to go find another pair of pliers because apparently mine decided to quit on me. I've actually got a Gerber here that might cut the titanium. Yep, it's an older one. Have more than one contact point with the scale rather than touching it to it. Triple twisted, Mick says. All right, man, I appreciate it. I'll try something here. We're gonna got that doubled over, and now I will double that over and twist that. That should be that's pretty thick there. In fact, that's well, we're still on here. We can try it again. Let me move this back out here. I'm going to duck that back into the degreaser. Got to get me another pair of gloves. I've got to get the wink back out here. Let's get this in here. Connect that directly to that. I got to plug back in. Let me get my knife off of here. Let's see here. All right. Gloves. All right, got my gloves on. Find my let's get some stuff off of here because I've lost my tweezers and I'm gonna need that. And let's put that here. All right, where's my tweezers? There they are. All right. got it in simple green. Let's see here. Let me put a little bit more baking soda in there. Okay, and mix that up. Okay. Let me get the piece here. Rinse it off there. No, that's actually the wink. So we got the wink. You can see it's bubbling there. Let's rinse it back off. All right. And we'll put it in the bottom there. All right. Here goes nothing. We're going to start with, we're not going to start with 100 volts. We were trying to do it, we were actually trying to do it to 94 volts is what Carco wanted. So let's see what happens here. See, it's bubbling. And it's changing ever so slightly, but it is... It's changing more this time than it did the first time. So that may have actually helped. It's definitely changing more. Let's go up to 94 volts and see what happens. $93.96. Let's see if I'm flatten out the two little loops. I did spread them apart a little bit. They changed to a nice blue. I can spread them out some more. Wait till the voltage goes off. Okay, let's try that. We definitely got color change now. That be working. We're up through the purple phase. It's changing more than it did. Yeah, green at 95. 94, 95. Carco back in here. There he is. We had some setbacks the first time, Carco, but then Donnie came in here, and we've been attempting to do better. It's changing color, but it is slow. I think we're actually getting the green now, though. It says it's grade 1 on the titanium. I don't know if that's good or bad. On the wire. Of course, that's what it says. That doesn't mean that's what it is. Mick says, yeah, that's a low grade. Oh, I need to find me some better grade then. All right, we're getting some green. Okay. Yeah. Let's touch it in a couple of places. Since this is such a big slab of titanium. Mick says if it's T1, okay, most good titanium knives are T5 or grade 5. All right, let's take a look. Don't think this is quite what we were looking for, and there's some impurities in the process somehow because there are colors that I didn't want there. That's not what I wanted to do. It's a greenish, but that's not what I'm looking for. I don't think that's what Carco's looking for either. It is, it's battle worn, that's for sure. Oh, look, cool colors on the back, too. Not what you were looking for. I guess it looks okay, but let's see what the other one does. It's unique or something. All right, let's rinse this off. And get that in the wink. Let it start bubbling. That should be good for the etch. All right, let's put this in there. Well, that's all right. That's not changing anything. Let's see if we've got any corrosion now. Check the connection there. Let's just check a new spot here. And look at that and see if we get a better connection. There we go. Maybe. See, now it's doing what it did a while ago. It's not really. It's not going through the color changes like it's supposed to. Well, there's gold. I may need to add some more water. Let me add some more water to get some more contact with that anode or cathode. All right. Theoretically, maybe that should help. I don't know. It's doing a lot of bubbling. I mean, it is changing a little. It's still saying 3 amps. We've got a gold purple now, so it's moving, but it's slow. Cross contamination. Let's see. I think more cathode helps as well. I use folded up foil across the whole bottom. We put some G10 in there, just lay my workpiece on it. Whoa. More surface area on the anode cathode may do you well going forward. Cross contamination. Yeah, well, it's all a learning process anyways, Mick. I think I need some more worktop area too. It's getting there, it's just being slow. We're getting we've got a blue color now. It's starting to turn green. This is also double rinse. They have a rinse just for post anode. All experimentation will do a phone. Yeah, well, you guys are a big help. I've had 1931 Leatherworks made some good suggestions on one of the lives that I did. So it's really cool that we have folks that are willing and able to share their knowledge for sure. And you're right, there's lots of different ways to do things. Some people do have certain steps that they take. And now it's almost looks like it's back to the titanium color, which ain't possible. I don't think it reverses. But you're right, there may have been some residue of some sort from the simple green, which is, a degreaser. I think the fan just kicked in on the... Yeah, the fan just kicked in on the power supply. That's the first time I've ever had that happen. Yeah. I'm usually ended right now because I go and watch Dark Water for a while before going to bed. And I'll text him. I'll message him later and ask him. All right. I don't think this is working quite like I wanted it to. I know it's not working like I wanted it to. Double whitey, he said, Mad Yako, well, there's my triple twisted part here, and then I've got it connected directly to this titanium mesh. Let's try something here. I'm willing to try something. I'll flip it over and connect it like that. Okay. Let's see what happens. There may be sparks. And I don't think I have enough water to try and take everything out and try it again. What if you wrap it with foil, with aluminum foil? Yeah, it's not changing anything. It's like it's got to a point that says, no, I'm not going to do anything else. We've got some interesting coloration on the back there, and the piece is rather warm. So we're getting heat transfer, and I don't think he's not wanting heat anodized. He's wanting electroanalyzed, and they're not quite turning out the same. So slight differences. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Yeah. Mad Yako says bend the cathode to get more surface area in the water. I can do that. I can do that as long as I don't touch it. We get nice sparkles. The water is heated up. And on a previous one, I did put too much in there, but yeah, as long as it's dissolving, I think that's fine. We'll try it one more time. I'm gonna actually I don't know. I'll dip it back into the wink and etch it again, because it shouldn't take very long to anodize this. This is taking way longer than it should. But I do think there's some contamination in there as well, now that we've done a few items. All right. changing a lot quicker this time. We're to a blue color. We're getting purple. Okay, I think we're getting our green color that we're wanting. I know you guys are probably saying stuff, but I can't see what it is at the same time I'm trying to make sure pieces don't touch and I don't make more sparks than I need to. All right, let's turn this off and see what we get. Oh, let's see. All right, we got a similar I think it's time for me to be done. I think I'm getting tired now. Oh, let's see. I need to get a paper towel. I'll be right back. All right, they're more similar than they were. And they're different. Almost alien. Hey, I don't know. It's got some interesting characteristics. Let's see what Donnie wants. I'm not sure about that one. All right, let's see. You guys got talking about games. Tegan says they look cool. Yeah, it's different. It's not what I was going for. And they're not exactly the same, but as they dry out, they may look a little bit more similar. Yeah. Looks gnarly in a good way. It does look gnarly. It's not exactly what I was going for, but we'll see what he says. It does have a battle-worn look to it. All right, you guys, it is way past when I planned to be top. Yeah, this one, that one there, yeah, it does look better. Has more green to it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign off because, or close this out because I am tired and I've been doing it live since 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. for 2.5 hours, and usually I do about an hour. So I appreciate you guys hanging around. There's still, I think, about 14 of you in here. Really appreciate you guys just hanging out and watching me mess up, making suggestions on how to improve, and really appreciate that, because you guys are awesome. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you again next week. Next week's the monthly giveaway. Have a 3D printed EDC item for all the participants, and if you're a member, then you get put in the drawing for a knife. And this time we're doing something a little different than I've done in the past. So hope to see you guys next week. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thanks.